Hello, Alhambra sophomores. Junior year is almost here. Are you ready? I am Mrs. Reyes, one of the school counselors here at Alhambra High School. In this presentation, the Alhambra Counseling Department will review some valuable information with you. We'll talk about graduation requirements, student view and checking your credits, summer school and other ways to make up credits. We'll talk about grades and attendance, options after high school such as community college, university, etc. We'll also show you how to schedule an appointment with your counselor. This is a picture of our counseling department. We have 2 ninth grade counselors and 6 counselors that counsel students 10th through 12th grade. Take a look at the picture and find your counselor. Sophomores, soon counselors are going to begin our sophomore credit checks. Starting this quarter, counselors will call sophomores down for a one-on-one visit. We will review your grades and credits, attendance, and your graduation status. We'll also discuss summer school. We'll talk about your goals and plans for after high school, and we'll set up a to-do list before your junior year. We will also answer any questions that you might have.
Hello, it's Miss Miller over in counseling. Okay, let's take a look at this slide. It just breaks down the credits you guys need to graduate. All of you will need 4 credits of English or ELD classes, 4 credits of math, 3 credits of science, one of those will be biology, 3 credits of social studies, a half credit of health, or for you magnet students, we can count your full year of IMA, and a credit of fine art. Those are our visual or performing art classes. Or you could do a credit of our CTE programs. All of the rest, 6.5, are credits of electives that you get to choose. And then in your U.S. history classes, your teacher will help you prepare and pass the civics test, and that is required to graduate. Okay, let's look at how the university credit requirements are a little different than the graduation requirements. So anybody watching this, if you are wanting to keep the door open for university, you must have 2 years of the same world language. So for example, you can do Spanish 1-2, Spanish 3-4. Or here at Alhambra, we also offer French 1-2 and French 3-4. Science credits must include a chemistry or a physics course. So just let your counselor know about your goals so we can make sure you're in the appropriate science classes. Another requirement, English classes must be grade level. And the final one, universities are looking for a minimum of GPA of 3.0 or higher. The good news is many of you sitting here can still have time. You have a couple years to bring up your GPA if you're not quite at that level. 3.0 GPA for university requirements. Okay, I wanted to go over some common questions that we hear in counseling and give some responses, and hopefully this will take out some confusion. All right, so a lot of times we'll have students ask, hey, I didn't pass classes over in my middle school and I still came to high school. Why do I have to pass classes? Won't you just let me graduate after 4 years? So the response for that is it's very different in high school. They're decided, graduation requirements are decided by the state and our district, and you have to earn credit in those specific classes to get the high school diploma. All right, another question we hear, I've heard freshman year grades don't matter. That is absolutely not true. In fact, mathematically, your freshman year GPA has more weight than your senior year. So I want you to really take to heart that what you're doing as a freshman counts just as much, if not more, than what you do the rest of the time in high school. And feel free to talk to your juniors and seniors on campus. They'll tell you the same thing. They wish they would have tried harder their freshman year. It would have made things a lot easier. So absolutely, freshman year grades matter. Another issue that comes up in counseling, what if I'm really behind in my credits? And so that's where you and your counselor need to really sit down and talk about your plans, what's going on, what's preventing you from earning credit, and then look at what's the best option for you and your family. Summer school is the best way to get started. Right now we are planning our summer school program, so that will be between you and your counselor. And if you get more than 5 credits behind, we may need to look at some other credit recovery options. That might be an extended day, that might be online classes, or it might be moving to a different campus where you can earn credits either online or at a different pace. So I'm going to wrap my slide up. I'm going to hand this over to Miss King, and she's going to talk to you guys about your credits and GPA and how to check that. Take care.
Thank you, Miss Miller. Now that you all have been thoroughly informed of what the 22 credits are to graduate, and you've had some myths and misconceptions clarified, I want to show you guys how to dig into what credits you have and where you are at with regards to your credits and graduation. So this screen should look familiar to you all. This is your home screen of Student View. And to access your credits, you are going to tap on the 5th tab on the left-hand side that says Course History. And when you click on Course History, you're going to see a screen that looks just like this with lots of green and orange and gray and various numbers on there that I'm going to go through here with you. So the first set of numbers I want to discuss are on the right-hand side where it says Course History Unweighted GPA and Weighted GPA. And there'll be 2 different numbers there for many of you if you've taken any honors courses. So an honors course will have a heavier weight in your GPA, which is why you may have a higher weighted GPA. The weighted GPA is also used to calculate your class rank, and those are just below your GPA there. You guys are also going to notice some green and orange and gray. A green bar means that you have completed that credit requirement. So for this student, she took health last year and successfully completed that, so she's 100% done. Art and CTE, biology is also completed, and half of her world history is also done. See, the half bar is green. And then orange is an in-progress class. So the other half of world history is currently in progress. And then you'll see some other orange bands in there, which means lab science is in progress, elective in English, and some math. The gray bar means that that credit is not yet completed, most likely a credit that you won't take until junior or senior year. So U.S. history is your junior social studies. So when you enroll in that next year, you'll see that orange bar in there. Government and economics is senior year. And then math and English and electives in science will fill up as you take those courses later in high school. The next area I want to talk about is right in the middle at the top, that blue unofficial transcript bar, and we are going to come back to that in just a little bit and what it looks like and how to download your own unofficial transcripts. And right next to that, you'll see the word detail with a toggle bar that currently says off. You'll also see some toggle bars next to test requirements and student course history. We are going to toggle those on so we get even more information on your course history. And after you toggle on the detail for course history, you're going to see, if you scroll down a little bit, a box that looks like this. This is what we call your course summary or credit summary. And those classes listed there on the left-hand side should look familiar. Those are your required credits to graduate. And that very first column there that says required are all of your 22 credits needed to graduate. The column next to that that says completed is what you have currently completed as far as graduation goes. So you're going to see that this student has completed 9.75 credits, which is exactly where most students should be. And that weird 0.75 is there because advisory gives a quarter credit. In the third column that says in progress, those are the classes you are enrolled in right now in your second semester of sophomore year. So 3.25 credits is 6 classes, and then that quarter credit for advisory. The remaining column is what you have left to take between junior and senior year. So 2 full years remaining to take the credits in this column. So I want to take a second just to break down what numbers you should be seeing in that column. For this particular student, she has passed all of her classes. She has 9 credits left to take, which is awesome. That means she's done very well. She's ahead of the game and she's never failed a class. If you see a number in there from 10 to 12, that does mean that you have failed a course or are behind a course in some way, and you have some credits to make up, but you still can graduate on time with some summer school and getting those things done. If you see a 12.5 or higher in that final column, that does mean that you have failed a substantial number of credits and you are in what we would call the danger zone, meaning we have some pretty urgent credit recovery that we need to do in summer school and some other options that Miss Lorenz is going to talk about a little later. A question for you in your advisory class to ponder on this chart here is, if you fail a class in your in progress column, so in the current classes that you're enrolled in right now, what happens to the number in the remaining column? And the answer to that, if your class had a quick discussion and paused the video, is that the remaining column total would go up, right? So if you fail, say you fail 2 classes this semester and you need 10 credits to graduate, it would add 1 credit to your remaining. So you would go from needing 10 credits to needing 11 credits. On this screen, if you scroll down a little bit farther in your student course history, you'll be able to take a look at your individual semesters of courses. So for this particular student, when we scroll down, we're going to see her fall semester of sophomore year, so just this past semester that posted in December. And if you are curious how those credits are tallied, this is where you can see all of your credits. So obviously everyone's in advisory, you have some electives in your schedule, a science and English and math and a world history class. And if you pass all of those classes each semester, you're earning a half a credit. That's where that 3.25 comes from in the math. So definitely note what you are attempting each semester, that is in the credit attempted column, and what you are completing each semester, that is the credit completed. As most of you already know, in order to complete a credit, you must pass the class, which means earning a D or higher in that class. Okay, so remember I said we were going to come back to that unofficial transcript feature on your student view. We're going to scroll back up and we are going to click on that blue button that says unofficial transcript. This gives you the ability to have access to the document that is your unofficial transcript. You may need this for various things. Your parents might need your transcript for auto insurance, or if you just want to see your grades or GPA at any time on paper, this is a handy tool to have to do that, so you don't have to always message your counselor for that. So when you click on that, you're going to get a little orangish, peachish message off to the right that says document is being prepared, please wait a few moments. And that can be just 5 to 10 seconds, so if you just wait, count to 10. And then if you click the unofficial transcript button again, you're going to see the download document fly to the bottom left-hand corner of your screen on most browsers. If you're in Chrome, it should do that and show you that you have a newly downloaded document on the bottom of your screen. You can just click on that and open it and save it. If for some reason you don't see that, I will show you where you can find it. On the very bottom of your computer, so in all of your thumbnails where all of your applications are, you all should see an icon that looks like a file folder. If you don't, it's on your desktop, it's somewhere on your computer, but most of you should see that on the bottom in your apps on the bottom toolbar there. So click on that. That's going to open up where your documents are stored, and your screen may look slightly different than mine. I'm in dark mode, so everything's is dark. But what you're looking for on the left-hand side is your downloads folder. So click on downloads, and that will open up anything that you've recently downloaded from the internet. Your transcript should be the very first thing at the top there, and it will say your name. It won't say your transcript. And you can double click on that, open it, look at it. Then you can do a save, put it wherever else you might want to on your desktop, or email it to yourself. But there is your copy of your transcript. And when you open up your unofficial transcript, it will look like this. Most of you have seen a copy of your unofficial transcript. We passed out a copy of your transcript when we did your registration presentations, and your advisory teachers have probably reviewed your transcripts with you in class. So we don't need to go too much into detail here. We've already looked at this information on your credit summary on Student View. But just to give you an idea, this is how it translates on paper. This is what it looks like when we print these out, and colleges get a copy of this during your senior year. So it lists all of your classes, your grades, your credits earned, and then that credit summary box there is the same as the one on Student View. It shows the students completed 9.75, has a work in progress of 3.25, and needs 9 credits between junior and senior year. So that's a great place to be at the end of this year. By comparison, I wanted to put up a student who is currently not on track for graduation, had a little bit more difficult time freshman year and first semester of this year, and you can see that the credits completed are 3.75 with 3.25 in progress. So the student will be at 7 credits if he passes everything at the end of this year, and needing 15 credits between junior and senior year, which is difficult, but with summer school and some credit recovery, it's definitely still possible. We just need to make a plan for this student. So I'm going to hand things off now to Miss Lorenz, who is going to go a little bit more in detail into what summer school looks like and credit recovery if you are going to need it.
Okay, so let's talk about summer school. Summer school this year is going to be May 23rd through June 24th, and there will be multiple options for earning credit. Classes are Monday through Friday. Fridays are I days, so just like this school year, you will be at home on I days doing your work. Some classes will be in person with the teacher. Some classes are going to be in Edgenuity, so your counselor will let you know what your class will be depending on which one you're taking. You have the opportunity to earn as many as 2 credits, and we will keep you guys updated with the status of some of the classes. We are looking for teachers for summer school, so we will keep you updated with that information. So if you need to make up credits, we really recommend that you do summer school. It's a great option. It gets those credits done quickly so that they don't have to be added to your schedule during the school year. So talk to your counselor and they will sign you up. There are a few options for credit recovery, but the first step in understanding which one is best for you is to do a credit check with your counselor as soon as possible. In the credit check, your counselor goes over your credits and your transcript and determines which option is going to be the best one for you. If summer school is the option for you for credit recovery, you need to be able to be here for the month of June to do the classes. This will be in person or in Edgenuity, but you still need to be able to attend, so make sure that you are available for that. The other option is to do evening school or Phoenix Digital your senior year. The evening school are the 8th and 9th hours in the day, and Phoenix Digital is online, and you can do that while you're doing your other classes here at Alhambra. So talk to your counselor and they will help you decide which option is best for you. Another thing to pay attention to are attendance and grades. Good attendance means good grades. Because we are on a block schedule, when you miss one day of class, you are actually missing 2 days of instruction. So when you are gone and trying to make up the work, you are making up more work because of the block scheduling. Please come to class, be on time so that you do not fall behind. Good grades are important for a number of reasons as well. There are college opportunities, scholarships, and athletic eligibility that are open to students who have a 3.0 minimum or higher. If you are a student who has a GPA that is below a 3.0, you can bring it up by retaking classes. If you want to talk to your counselor about other options that may be available to you, you can do that as well.
So what is your plan after high school? No, it's not too early to be thinking about this. What career you want will decide what kind of education you need. The highest demand careers now are in the skilled trades. They pay very well and do not require 4 to 8 years at a traditional university. Examples: computer technology, coding, automotive technology, HVAC technician, solar technology and installations, medical careers in nursing as a registered nurse or a certified nurse assistant, medical assistants, radiology techs, etc. There are also opportunities within cosmetology, working with hair, nails, and skincare. Construction trades, woodworking, plumbing, electrician, and welding are also great opportunities. Your counselor will talk with you in your credit check to make sure what you have a path to get where you want to go based on what you want to do. If your plans are to attend an in-state universities, then ASU, U of A, NAU are state universities. GCU, ACU, and Embry-Riddle are considered private universities. But you must have a minimum of a 3.0 unweighted GPA. That is a requirement. There are also merit and need-based scholarships available at these schools. There are also opportunities to be on campus and off campus housing options. You must submit university applications, which open in August of your senior year. Keep in mind, university-bound seniors apply during the fall of your senior year, August through December. Most university scholarships have deadlines in January. Let's take a quick look at ASU. Did you know ASU has 4 campuses? It's important to know what you want to study and where you may have to go to finish your degree. ASU has over 100,000 students between the 4 campuses, most of whom are commuters. Living on campus is strongly encouraged for freshmen. ASU awards scholarships based on merit and on financial need. Merit awards are the Presidential and Dean's Awards, for example. There are more. And they are based solely on GPA and ACT scores. Financial need is not necessary. Need-based awards are the Obama and Attainment Grant, which require that families exhibit financial need on the FAFSA application.
If you're looking to go to a university that's a little bit farther away from home, then look no further than NAU and U of A. NAU, or Northern Arizona University, is located in Flagstaff, Arizona. All freshmen are actually not required to live on campus, but most do because housing in Flagstaff can be expensive. Another benefit to NAU is that the class sizes are smaller and more intimate. They're also taught by a full professor rather than a grad student. That means that you're going to benefit from that professor's time and expertise. U of A, or the University of Arizona, is located in Tucson. They have some amazing programs on their campus. They're known for their sciences and their pre-med studies, but they also have fantastic design programs as well. It's a tight-knit campus community. It has a vibrant downtown that's very close to the university, and there's a lot of school spirit. Again, like NAU, most students choose to live on campus because housing there is cheaper and because they can be more involved. If university life isn't for you, then check out the following community college options. While there are many community colleges in the Maricopa Community College system, the most popular attended by Alhambra students are Phoenix College, Glendale Community College, and Gateway. The great thing about community colleges is that there's no minimum GPA requirement unless you want to get into a competitive program like nursing. At a community college, you can earn an associate's degree or you can get a certificate through one of their certificate programs. There are a lot of popular programs at the community colleges, but a few of the most popular are medical, business, automotive, and trade certificate programs. If you choose to go into the medical field, you might look at the nursing, ultrasound tech, medical assistant, or dental hygiene program. If business appeals to you, then look into coding, networking, and accounting at the community colleges. If you'd like to work on cars, Glendale Community College has one of the best programs for automotive in the state, and it's about a quarter of the cost of AAI, which is another popular automotive school here in the Valley. Finally, if you'd like to get a trade certificate, the community colleges offer certificates in cosmetology, construction, and HVAC, which is air conditioning and heating repair. If you'd like to transfer to a university after completing your associates at a community college, ASU and NAU both offer transfer programs. Maricopa ASU Partnership Program, or MAP, allows you to transfer to ASU after you obtain your associate's degree. If you'd like to transfer to NAU as a junior, you can go through the NAU Connection program at the community colleges. And then finally, if you'd like to transfer to any university, you can go through the AGEC program. Next, here's Mr. Roisin to talk about other options after high school.
All right, this is Mr. Roisin going to talk about some other options you have after high school. The first one being trade or technical schools. So 99% of the time, the same program is offered at a community college for a fraction of the cost. So beware, many of these trade schools or technical schools do not take financial aid. So you want to talk to your counselor about schools that you might be interested in, or most likely programs that you're interested in as well. We also have apprenticeship programs, right? So these are on-the-job training in jobs. This is where you can actually learn how to do your job in person, right? Get training. So some of these examples would be being an electrician, plumber, or getting your CDL license. That's driving the big trucks, making good money there. We have the military, right? Military is a big option. So you want to connect with recruiters in the branch you are interested in, taking the ASVAB. This is the test that admits you and assigns your job in the military where you fit best. College tuition programs after service, right, or the National Guard. And then a great option if interested in law enforcement, right? This is a good way to get into that profession. All right, so one of the big questions is, how do I pay for college, right? So money is the most common concern with all students have with regarding to attending a college. So let's go through some facts here. Fact number one, the vast majority of Alhambra students who apply for financial aid receive close to 100% of the cost of tuition at their college of choice. Your counselor will always be there to help you with this process in your senior year. That is why it's important that you have these conversations with your counselor, so that way we're here to help you. Fact number two, high achieving students receive even more money from often including dorm and meal plan expenses in the form of merit scholarships, right? So that's why getting good grades, attending class, getting a high GPA is very important when it comes to, hey, I'm going to use this GPA to earn some scholarships, help me pay for college. Fact number three, even students who are not U.S. citizens or legal residents can qualify for DACA and Dreamer scholarships and attend college. So do not let money be the main concern for your reason why you're not attending college or doing what you want to do after high school. All right, so let's talk about NCAA. For any of you athletes out there, this pertains to you. If you are a varsity player and like to play at a Division I or Division II college, right, you want to take that to the next level, you'll need to get registered with the NCAA, which is super easy. This is something that I specialize in, but you could talk to any of your counselors about this. So the NCAA uses your GPA and ACT score to make you eligible for college play. All right, so here's the steps for student athletes. So one, talk to your coach about whether D1 or D2 play is an option for you. So if you're really serious about this is something that you want to do, whether it's in basketball, football, whatever sport you want to play and you're passionate about it and you want to take that to the next level, Have that conversation with your coach. And then 2, you want to make an appointment with me, Mr. Roisin, to look at your GPA and learn how to get registered on the NCAA site. It is super easy. A lot of questions that could be answered, but if this is something that you're interested in, make an appointment, have these conversations with your coach and your counselors. All right, so speaking of counselors, here is all our QR codes if you're looking to make an appointment. If you just can't wait to your sophomore credit check to see your counselor, use one of these QR codes. It's never a wrong time to see your counselor and talk to him or her about your GPA. If you're missing any credits, any plans you have after high school, we are here to help you in any way. So feel free to make an appointment, use the QR codes to set up a time, and I hope you guys do.